time he's retired. That's what his choice is, and everybody should support him and wish him the best for it.
Yeah, I guess when it comes to that, do you understand, like, because this obviously isn't the only time that he is retired, there would be the public's thoughts of, look, he wants to get, more, wants to negotiate an upper hand when it comes to an AJ fight. Like, that's not something that you would buy at all?
Well, no, the public are not getting punched in the head, are they, or spilling blood? That's him, so it's got to be his choice. And good luck to him and God bless him.
Yeah. And when it comes to Fury, and especially when it comes to this announcement of retirement, one thing that I wanted to ask you, and I asked it to Eddie Hearn actually last week, is there any concern that you feel like he may not get his flowers? Let's say this is the end, and he won't fight again. He won't get his flowers because people are reluctant to believe his retirement.
Believe in what?
If people don't want to believe his retirement, then they aren't going to give him
that's
respect.
their choice. Mm-hmm. Time will tell. Time will tell. He may come back. I don't know, but at this moment in time, that's his decision, and he's quite serious about it. Who wouldn't have said it? He's done it before, and but that's where he's at. And I've got to tell you, of course, everybody's got an interest in it because, he's a massive name. He's one of the biggest stars of British boxing and one of the biggest stars of world boxing this century. And you've got to look at all the box office records. He broke the box office record at Wembley. He broke the box office record in Vegas for the most the most money generated on a gate there. He's had 2 books at #1. He's had the Netflix series. He's been, he's a big star. He's crossed over as from just being a boxer.
Will Tyson Fury not be given his flowers? And who are we to criticise him? Some of the things that Frank Warren was talking about in a recent interview he gave with Ring Magazine. Now, Frank Warren is Fury's promoter. So, he's going to big Tyson Fury up, and he's going to look to make defences for Tyson Fury everywhere he can. He even had a go with Simon Jordan in that interview, which is rare considering the fact that Simon Jordan has been one of the biggest Fury cheerleaders. I know he had his, not even issue, I think he banned from one of Fury's fights or something like that, but for the most part he's been a Fury cheerleader through and through. The excuse he came up with when Fury lost to Usyk the second time was, well, he wasn't the same because he went to the ring with Mariah Carey playing. That proves he wasn't the same. Now, I've heard it all now. The ring entrance music was the key factor in Fury losing. That's Simon Jordan. But the interviewer asked Frank Warren in particular about people not giving Tyson Fury his flowers. The fans not giving Fury his flowers. In what way is what I will be asking. What context are you taking that in? Frank Warren started to reel off these achievements. Record gate in the US for, I think, both Wilder fights. Record gate at Wembley Stadium, which has since been topped by Daniel Dubois, Anthony Joshua. All this, book selling, stuff like that. Right. He drew a lot of money. Fair play to him. Well done. In boxing, though, you don't get in the Hall of Fame. Well, anyone can get in the Hall of Fame, really. But you shouldn't get in the Hall of Fame just based upon your achievements in money making. The resume will help give you the flowers. And you could be a fighter. I'll give you an example. You could be a fighter like Sam Egan. Does he belong in the Boxing Hall of Fame? Hell to the no. His career highlight, it's a very good highlight, is winning a European title, and a legit European title, the full EBU belt, not one of these silly IBF international or European titles, not the full EBU title. But that's his career highlight, and it's a good highlight. Is he going to go into the Hall of Fame with a legendary resume? No. But will people give him his flowers? Yes. Why? Because they respect what he did in the ring. They respect that he was never in a dull fight. He was always in an entertaining fight. He always, more often than not, was the away fighter. And he fought tooth and nail in every fight. He never, took a backward step. He never looked for a place in the canvas to lie down. I'm not saying Fury did. But you get what I mean. And people respect that. With Tyson Fury, I think one of the reasons why people aren't really giving him the flowers is, one, like myself and like many others, we don't believe that this retirement is actually legit, and it's likely going to be a tactic to try and get more money out of Turki Al-Sheikh, because you got to bear in mind, Tyson Fury's coming in off the back of 2 losses now. Yeah, he's still a name, but he's not going to be able to demand. You see, Tyson Fury has been used to getting, even before the Alexander Usyk fights, he's been used to getting these mega paydays. And why was he doing that? He was doing that, trying to anyway do it based off the fact that he felt he was the best heavyweight in the world of this era, and possibly even of all time. He was able to ask outrageous money of the networks of everyone for fights that were easy You know, how much, God knows how much he got for the Chisora trilogy fight. God knows how much he got for the Francis Ngannou fight. He was well paid for both Alexander Usyk fights. He's used to getting that money. Against Anthony Joshua, still a big fight, still a big payday. But it's more a, what I even call it more of a, I think negotiations for that fight, Fury would go into it most likely the A side. Not most likely. But it's closer because he's coming in at the back of 2 losses. Anthony Joshua's coming at the back of a loss. Neither has a title, so it'd be a lot more, you know. Whereas I think with Tyson Fury, he just wants, you know, that lion's share, that big, you know, I'm the A side, and, you know, until I get my way, I'm retired. That's why a lot of people, I don't think, aren't giving him the flowers. In terms of giving him the flowers in terms of his career, well, listen, and why people don't believe he's retired as well. 4th or 5th, maybe even more retirements, right? All of them. He done it once in 2013. He done it a couple of times during his hiatus. He did it after he fought Dillian Whyte. And yeah, and funny enough, he gave up the Ring Magazine title after the Dillian Whyte fight when he said he was retired, fair enough. But never the WBC title. You know, I'm retired, but don't worry, I'm still champion. All right, oh yeah, I'm retired, but you know, I'm not going to vacate this title. And again, you know, you're thinking like, really? You're retired? Yeah, brilliant. And you wonder why no one believes you. He's had how many world title fights now? He's a Klitschko. He's had Wilder 3 times. He's had Dillian Whyte. He's had Chisora, and he's had Usyk. So we're talking 8 world title fights. 3 of them against the same guy, and 2 of them against the same guy. So yeah, Klitschko, Wilder, Dillian Whyte, Derek Chisora, and Alexander Usyk. Of those 8 fights, he's lost 2, and he's fought the same guy 3 times. You see where we're going with this, Frank? Because I can keep going. And I think as well as that, why do the public not really want to give Fury his flowers? Fury was a good fighter, but career, meh, it's alright. 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, but that is not the deepest resume. Best win Klitschko, definitely. And the Wilder wins age like milk. And it may age like milk even more now, because Wilder's going in there against Curtis Harper. God forbid, he's not going to lose that fight, you would imagine, but God forbid he did. You know, what are you going to say then? Dillian Whyte, he looked shot to bits, and he was chinned by a 40-year-old Povetkin a year and a half earlier. Derek Chisora, need I say more? Need I say more about that? Because I can, but need I say more? And also the antics. Yes, you know, Frank Warren wants to talk about Tyson Fury. Oh, he says these things, and he doesn't really mean them, and this, that, and the other. Okay, but actions do, remember, speak louder than words, Frank. Actions speak louder than words. And what are Tyson Fury's actions over the years? Well, I'm going to give my purse to charity. Did you? I am a man of the people and I don't care about money. Okay, coming up to Christmas 2022, bear in mind, 2022, we saw a lot of costs go up. That was a difficult year for many, many people in terms of finances, because a lot of people, everything was opening back up, but we were also seeing a lot of things, a lot of prices go up. So it wasn't, it was tough times all around that year. It was a bit of a kind of penny pinching year for a lot of people. The man of the people, he put on a pay-per-view at a UK record pay-per-view price, mind you, which they didn't even charge this much for Joshua versus Ruiz 2. It was a much bigger fight and had much more on the line. They didn't even charge this much for it. I think it was 27, 28 pounds, there or thereabouts. And he did that coming up to Christmas, and the ultimate cherry on the cake, he didn't even go in there with a top elite fighter, top 10 fight. He went in with Chisora for a trilogy fight. Come on. This is a guy who kicked the can down the road for 2 years with Alexander Usyk when all the fans wanted to see was undisputed. This is a guy who put in unnecessary deadlines to Anthony Joshua when he was talking about fighting him in December of 2022, which you knew Anthony Joshua was never going to be able to, you know, get to these deadlines, but the Chisora fight was made like that. You know, actions speak louder than words, Frank. You know that. So that's why Tyson Fury isn't necessarily being given his flowers. And again, why are you going to give him his flowers when the majority, the overwhelming majority, don't believe he's even retired? Don't believe he's even retired, Frank. Right? And I guarantee you, Anthony Joshua, he'll have maybe a comeback fight. There'll be negotiations for a Wilder fight or something like that. Boom, I'm back. I'm going to clean up. Or he'd fight the winner. You know, oh, Wilder's back. We want the 4th fight if he beats Joshua. Oh yeah, well, Joshua's not the best. He can't claim to be the best. I'm the best. And I'm going to come back and beat everybody when Usyk is probably retired by then. So, this is what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. Let's watch this space. You know, Frank has... And it's interesting in this, he actually revealed, Frank did, that he's not working at the minute with the Ring magazine shows. Yes, he's being interviewed by them, but his kind of deal with Turkey and all is for the Riyadh shows. So that's interesting that the Ring shows will be, I mean, he will be working with the Ring shows. We know that moving forward. It's a given. But it's interesting that he's the main guy with Riyadh season, but not with the Ring shows yet. So that's an interesting one. But yeah, I would recommend to go and watch the interview. It's an interesting one. He touches on Dennis McCann, which I will do a separate video on and have a talk about as well, because a lot of people are asking me for that, and I will do a video on that as well. But yeah, why are we not giving Tyson Fury his flowers yet? Well, one, because we're not retired, and two, because ain't a crazy amount of flowers to be given, you know? What can I say? That's all. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I don't want to get, I don't want to get aggro. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed the video, people. Smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. Until next time, people. Peace.